The reprogramming journey, myths, mistakes, and mind hacks. Okay, the reprogramming journey, myths, mistakes, and mind hacks for real change. Now, I emphasize on real change. What happens when we think about the subconscious mind is we forget that there are specific things you have to do to have real change. January is coming up, and guess what? Millions of people are going to once again start going to the gym in January, fall off, stop going in February, and then get the same belief back in the next January of 2026. It is something that millions of people do every single year. And I guess it's timely that the new year is approaching us. I think we have like 65 days or something like that left in the year. And this video is going to explain exactly the common myths of subconscious reprogramming and about the changes that I've seen happen and how to have real change, in my opinion, of a person who has changed their subconscious mind. Now, I posted a video that's titled How Your Subconscious Mind is Controlling Your Life and You Don't Even Know It. If you haven't watched that video, this one is like the 2.0 version, like the kind of extended version about the actual reprogramming journey. That video is about 30 minutes. Watch that one and watch this one as well, and watch them back and forth a few times to really get the entire idea of the reprogramming of your subconscious mind. And I'm going to talk about the fact of willpower in this video too. Willpower is so misconstrued for the people that resonate with the same mindset as me. I'm not saying I'm right or I'm wrong. What I'm saying is that this is my channel where I put my energy into these videos, and the people who resonate gather and magnetize to this channel so that we can have the same conversations about the same topics on the same perspective level. And one of the things that, if you resonate with my channel, you will probably resonate with the word willpower or trying process, and all of that is going to be talked about in this video. And I'm going to be talking about barriers to change. I'm going to be talking about quantum leaping and how to stop being controlled. So again, if you want to watch that how the subconscious mind is controlling your life and you don't even know it, that'll be a great video to watch first, because that'll kind of expand on what I'm going to talk about here. And I made that video about a month ago, maybe. So this is how far the thought has gone in the past few weeks. So first, what got you here is your subconscious mind in one development. And what's going to get you to your next development of your subconscious mind is something completely different. I just made a video, like literally just like 5 minutes ago, in the same shirt about what is the desire timeline and how to use it to your benefit, what it means, how desires play out over your lifespan. The video was a pure, raw transmission. Beautiful video. Loved it. No script, anything, no notes, anything. And in that video, I talked about specifically about the desired timeline, where I also talked about what you get in your subconscious mind is based on what you need at that time. And when you're ready to start your reprogramming journey, you will be called and start resonating with information that you would have never, ever been aware of before then. And so you got here with your subconscious mind programming that you had, because if you don't have a context of what the subconscious mind is, it is the software that is the automated part of your life, of your mind, of your body, of everything, of your entire existence. It's almost like when you are using a computer. I don't like using the example of a computer because I'm not a person that understands computers that well, but I do understand this concept enough to use it as an example. So when you use a computer, It literally runs off software. Apple programs the computer with all of the code it needs to function. So there is something in my computer that allows me to literally live stream live, which is insane, first of all, to hundreds of people that they can randomly watch me, and this video exists on the internet forever. And this specific time, October 29th, 11 a.m., is being captured in time as a part of history. That is software. I don't have to program my computer every time I come to it because it already has what it needs to exist. And I get to choose what I want to do with that programming. Okay? We're going to work with that for a second. When I come to my computer, I don't write the code for it and start the computer and restart it every single day. Or when I am coming to do a video, I don't have to create Google and create YouTube every single time because my computer has this programming that never leaves it. But I get to choose what I want to do. So I can go live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Instagram. I can go on Google. I can go on any website I want. I can do whatever I want on my computer. I can draw, I can paint, I can watch videos. But regardless, the same programming exists. And it exists for all infinite possibilities of what I want to do with my computer. There are people who are in Washington, D.C., currently working on top secret plans for the government, especially during this election time, on the same computer I'm working on, but I'm on YouTube talking about the subconscious mind. Same programming, allowing for millions and millions, even billions, trillions of different ideas to happen at the same time, right? So I like to think about the subconscious mind as a cup. Like, this has my hot coffee in it. It's a really pretty cup. The subconscious mind is the cup. Now, when I wake up in the morning, I get to put whatever I want in this cup. But what I know is that I get to drink whatever I put in the cup because it's made to drink from. Same thing for your subconscious mind is you get to implant your subconscious mind with whatever ideas and desires you have. And you know that you're going to live them out. You know you're going to get to that desire. Again, watch that video on your desire timeline. You know you're going to get to that desire. You already understand that it's not an option. A desire was put on your heart and you don't have an option to get it or not. The desire is going to come regardless. It just matters if you're ready when it comes. And that's what you get to do. Now, the subconscious mind exists. The cup exists. The computer exists. But what we do with it is really what the meat and potatoes is about the subconscious mind. And again, your subconscious mind is literally the programming. And so you can rewire it in so many different ways. But that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about 4 ways and then 3 other myths about it. So it's going to be a really tangible video. But the first thing about your subconscious mind, and one of the main mistakes, is not surrounding yourself with different when you want different. Like I said in the beginning, your subconscious mind is what got you here. And you have to have a completely different programming. And when I say completely different, you understand that in a string of code, if you change one number from a 0 to a 1, it becomes a completely different program, right? So I'm not saying change your entire life, every single relationship needs to go away. I'm literally saying one single number in the code of trillions of lines of code, one singular number can change the entire code. Not can, will change the entire code. Okay? So you have to surround yourself with different and do different, change something to spark that change in your subconscious mind. And the thing about age as a play in this is that when you're older, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. It's not impossible because as children we have motor skills that allow us to learn that are super like not underdeveloped, but they're recently developed. So it's really easy to impress that motor skill development with language or with skills, with um, some type of learning you want to have your child do at a super young age, because their motor skills are like susceptible and like soaking everything up at that age. But as adults, you literally have a conscious mind. You can consciously, deliberately have intentional decisions to get something and put a path in your way to get something. So it's not necessarily about the age, but it is true that it's hard to teach a old dog new tricks because of the amount of habitual living that has happened up until that age. Imagine someone who's been living for 4 decades, 5 decades, and you tell them, "Hey, your subconscious mind, you got to do this," and they're like, "What are you talking about?" Like, no. And that's why I don't care if my information doesn't resonate with a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but it doesn't resonate with certain people, or if somebody wants to come on my page and troll. I've had somebody say like, "Oh, isn't this common sense?" Like, there, maybe you and your tribe, you and your people have already understood some of the analogies that I put in videos, but it's not for you if you're not resonating with it. It's for people who are resonating with it, and I highly doubt that you're not resonating with it if you even landed on my page, because I would be nowhere near someone's page who I don't resonate with, that doesn't even exist. So, I have a hard time believing that trolls are actually trolls. I just think they're people that really do wanna watch the video, and they're using hatred as a mode of transportation. Like, hatred is your vehicle, and you could just comment your actual thoughts and ideas and values and principles on a video, instead of a comment that it doesn't go past, what was being said, and aid the channel, aid the people that are going to see your comment. But that's how it works. You have to surround yourself with different. Now, this could be different people, or this can be different content. I'm not saying we need to add anything. You might just need to take something away. And this happens when you write down your desire. Let's just say your desire is for a boyfriend. I always use this example. And if you're trying to have a boyfriend, or no, let's say YouTube channel. If you want to have a YouTube channel and you're like, I want to rewire my brain to have a successful channel. I want to show up when there's 0 people in the chat. I want to show up when there's 2 people in the chat. I want to show up with 20 subscribers, and I'm going to keep posting and keep showing up till I get 100K and have a ton of people constantly wanting to see me every single day. That's what I'm doing. The quantum leap would be starting the channel. I'm going to talk about the quantum leap later too. But surrounding yourself with different would literally be, do you know anyone with a YouTube channel? Connect with them. Search on TikTok. If people are just starting their channels, connect with them. Surround yourself with content creators that are talking about making a YouTube channel. Talk to them. And also surround yourself with different beliefs about it, because you can have a belief that YouTube is hard and YouTube is confusing. There are so many different models to YouTube. Like for me, and for instance, I don't do edited videos. I would rather, I'm not going to say anything inappropriate, but I would rather not do edited videos. I just cannot. Okay. I've tried it. I've done it. I will never say never to something that I haven't tried. I have made tens of edited videos. They're not my bread and butter at this current moment. So guess what? I choose the YouTube model where I go live. I pick a topic, I write a few notes if I have them, or if I'm feeling really wanting to get a message out, I'll put it into an outline with some bullet points that I really want to touch on in that video. Like for my humbly audacious video, to talk about how to actually have audacity that gets you what you want, and that is also spiritual and healthy and it's good for the good of other people, right? Because audacity is not a bad thing. So I talked about that. I have another video where I talked about how to get rid of morning anxiety. Like, I scripted those ones out with bullet points because I went through a specific transition to get rid of those things. So I talked about them specifically in that way so that people could follow along. But other than that, when I have a raw transmission, like the video I just posted about the desire timeline, the video started out called don't wait, it started out be careful what you pray for. And I'm like, I don't even understand what that means. So I'm talking, 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 and I eventually get to like, whoa, desire timeline. And this was kind of what I talked about in the video. So um yeah, that was like a raw transmission. But you need to explore. Maybe the one thing we need to change is just explore the easier option for that thing and wrap your subconscious mind around the fact that having a channel where you don't edit any videos works. Oh, like for me, I can share my own personal beliefs. This is really cool. Yeah, let me share my beliefs. This is super cool to share. I wasn't planning on it, but I don't think that it's hard to build a YouTube channel. I don't think that it's hard to show up when nobody's watching. I don't think it's hard to show up when a lot of people are watching. I'm very neutral about the idea of YouTube. I'm very neutral about the idea of people finding my channel. I'm very much in agreement with the idea that people are magnetized to my content. I'm very, 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 very in agreement with the fact that I get to post whatever I want to post and people will resonate with it. I'm in very much agreement that you can literally steal all these beliefs, by the way. I get to post live videos and people will still watch my videos over a edited video because of who I am. People love my channel because of who I am. People love my channel because of how I talk. People love my channel because of my personality. They love how I share ideas. People love talking with me because they resonate with my energy. All those, I probably said like 20 things. All those things are the things I surrounded myself with differently. Instead of, I could have said, like, people say that all the time, right? People say things like, oh, you have to have edited videos. You have to have this. You have to have structure. You have to have script. You have to have this. People won't watch it, this and that. Like, okay, well, that doesn't help me to believe those because I don't want to have an edited based channel. Now, if one day I'm like, oh, I actually want to try out some edited videos, guess what? I have the access to do that. But I don't have to do anything that doesn't align with how I currently think, which is I love live video. See? So it's not just surrounding yourself with different people, or content. It's literally about the beliefs that you're changing. And you're like, subconscious mind, be open, be willing. I'm open and willing to accept to just have live videos because it's the easiest thing. And that's all I know how to do right now. And make that belief okay. Make that belief work for you. The second thing is to stop being controlled. And this means to stop allowing things to have such an effect on you when they don't need to. Like, for instance, the belief that you have to have an edited based channel, right? And you're like, well, I have to, so I'm going to learn. I'm like, I don't want to, but it seems like that's the only thing that works. Again, all strategies work. I talked about that in the the desire timeline video too, is that all strategies work, but it's never going to work if you don't believe in it. As long as you believe in it, it works. So if you believe that you don't want to have an edited channel because you don't want to, but you only watch people who have an edited channel, and you say, okay, well, I don't want to, I'm going to go pay an editor or I'm going to pay someone to learn. Well, now you're being controlled by that subconscious belief because you're doing something you don't even want to do. Like, if you don't want to date a certain way, you don't have to. If you don't want to look a certain way, you don't have to. If you don't want to speak a certain way, show up a certain way, be a certain way, you don't have to. It's again, subconscious mind is a cup. It's not saying that you need to have these specific things in the cup. You must drink this specific thing. You must drink these specific desires. It's literally saying whatever you put in the cup will come to pass. Whatever you put in the cup, you'll be able to drink. Right? And so if you decide that you get to have your own desires, guess what? You get to have your own desires and you get to fill your subconscious cup with whatever you want. And that's called the reprogramming. So the third thing is dream life affirmation tracks. I have an example of this on my YouTube channel. It is called the Dream Life Affirmation, and it's just an example. It's based on a successful woman. I want to post I have a few different ones I want to post, but that's the one I have on my channel right now. And I'll add to them as I go on. I've made my own dream life affirmation. I used it for a while, loved it, and that's why I posted that example on my page, because you can actually purchase that on my website to get your own. What happens is you purchase it, I email you a document asking all the questions that I need to make the video. I create the video, send it over to you for review, and now you get your track. It'll be 10 to 15 minutes, and you get to replay it like an 8-hour affirmation track. Now imagine you get to go to sleep every night and wake up feeling like a different person, just 1% every single day. You wake up feeling better, better, better. At the end of a month, you feel 30% different in your subconscious mind than you did at the beginning of the month. And it only takes 21 days to change a belief. So not only is your belief changed, but your subconscious mind is going to be renewed. And that is really why I put that dream life affirmation out there, because I know it helps people. And that's something that you can use every single night to rewire your brain, literally, by feeding it ideas of your dream life, getting it to think of ideas and shift your beliefs. If you don't know, like for number one, which was surround yourself with different thoughts, beliefs, people, values, whatever. If you don't know what those are, get a dream life affirmation check or use the example that's on my page, and you won't have to. Your brain, your subconscious mind will come up with them on its own. And you may not even know what those specific desires are until you see them come to pass, which is the really cool part. And the fourth thing is to quantum leap. Quantum leap, if you've heard that word, it means I'm gonna make a completely different video on quantum leap. If you want that quantum leap video, go to the last video I posted, which is the desired timeline video, and comment your questions about how to quantum leap. And I'm gonna make a video. Once I get a few comments, I'm gonna put them all into a video, kind of script it out, make a full quantum leap guide, and post that as a video. So post it on that channel though, because that's where I asked about the comments and I can see them all in one place. But quantum leap, make a decision of what you want to do. So the quantum leaping here would be making the channel, posting your first video, and telling a friend about it in the first day. Then maybe getting a schedule every single week. You need to post a video and interact with comments and just keep doing that. I've had this channel since September, maybe. Was it September or was it August? It may have been August. August, September, October. It's been 3 months. And I'm so happy with where my channel is right now. So that's how you quantum leap. That's how you do it. But when you guys ask your specific individual questions, I'll be able to map it out exactly what you need to do. And also, your subconscious mind is what is controlling your mind. It controls your mind, every decision. So it controls every single day, controls every single month, every single year, and ultimately controls your life. The beauty of it, though, is that you can literally surrender to your subconscious mind. Again, like put whatever you want in the cup, but you must drink from the cup. Like the cup is non negotiable. You can't drink from your hand, like you drink out of a bottle. If I say, take water with you to the park, are you going to say, great, I'm going to put some in my hand and take it with me? You know, you put it in a container, you put it in a cup. So that's the non negotiable part. You have to do that. I mean, you can put it in a bowl, you can put it in a little container, like you can put it in anything. It doesn't have to be a cup, but something has to hold it, right? There's something that has to be there to hold it. And that's what the subconscious is. And that's why it controls. But if you surrender to it and you say, you know what, you hold everything kind of up in my mind, you program everything, you keep everything running automatically. So I don't have to think about every time I breathe. I don't have to think about every time my heart beats. I don't have to think about these things. So thank you for that. I'm going to surrender to that. And also rewire all the things I don't want to be there. And that's why stopping your thoughts is useless and that habits don't stick. Again, like January 1st rolls around, you go to the gym for 1 month or 2 months and it doesn't stick because your subconscious mind has not been rewired. So do those four things I talked about earlier. Um, and don't use money as a crutch for any of them. That's the biggest thing with me is money is a big crutch. I'm like, oh, I have the money to pay for someone to do that. I have some money for someone to do that for me. But you have to learn to do things on your own. That's really what the rewiring comes from is those four things without the use of money. And when you stop thoughts, it's because you think that you're outsmarting your subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is literally the automatic programming underneath everything. It's how all desires play out. And you have to stop trying to do the manual labor of stopping your thoughts. Oh, I'm like thinking negative about something and I'm going to think positive. The best thing you can do is stop doing that and let yourself have emotion. How do you think you get from destination A to destination B? You are learning how to heal so that you can hold that next desire that you want and you can actually have it, enjoy it, and keep it instead of it not working after 2 months. Thing about that is, um, if you don't focus on what it takes to get there, right, and you're focused on just stopping the thoughts along the way, you're stopping your own growth because you are healing, which means you have to be happy, sad, disappointed, all the feelings that come with what your subconscious mind is getting you to develop. You're like, no, I'm smarter than you. I want to be happy, so I'm gonna think happy. When it's like you'll feel really happy after you really cry about this thing that makes you so sad, release it, then you get to have that feeling. Release the sadness, release the desperation, release the disappointment, and then you get to have that thing, happiness, whatever, lasting thing. But we just think we're so much smarter than our subconscious mind and we want to stop thoughts and things like that. And it's literally useless. Feel your feelings through every single day. And again, like your desired timeline, we're all going to start at the same point. I mean, it's inverse at the same point, but all the desires are coming in at different points. So you don't know when your desire is going to come because there are trillions of desires are overlapping along your lifetime. And it's really not smart to think that you can just outsmart your subconscious mind, which is literally so much more brilliant than you in its programming. And so, the one thing that you can do for that is to desire and have open curiosity. Pick one area of a desire, maybe for the YouTube, and just desire the curiosity to know what it's like to have a channel, to know what it's like to post, know what it's like to interact with people, what it's like to have comments, and just really soak in that feeling. The second thing is to make time for that change and stick to it. So, this is like the meditation tracks, the affirmation tracks, the dream life affirmation track. You can find the example on my page in the video section. Like making time instead of listening to YouTube videos or watching a movie to go to sleep, you change that, right? You're surrounding yourself with something different by using the track instead of some other content that's not helping you. And then the third thing is the same way that people tell you to take notes and that if you don't take notes, it won't work, is because they're trying to implant to you that you need to do XYZ with this information for it to work. Let's just say if you watch a YouTube video and someone says, write this down. I say that too. Write this down. They're trying to implant to you, this thing is really important. Pay attention to this more than everything else, right? Put some energy into remembering what this thing is. And the thing about that is it works if you want it to work. If you think that writing something down is going to make it more impressed on your brain, it'll work. But also, if you don't think it'll impress your brain and you don't really care to write it down, then don't. But have congruent beliefs. Don't don't not not don't not um don't do not write something. I'm like, what? Do not write something down thinking that you don't want to, but you know you have a subconscious belief that you take notes to learn versus the same thing to not do. Don't take notes knowing that your subconscious doesn't care about taking notes. So me personally, my brain, my subconscious is like, I don't care about taking notes. How do I know that? You can watch the subconscious, how your subconscious mind is controlling your life and you don't even know it video where I talk about this, but how to know what is your subconscious belief and how to find it in your desire. But I know that my brain thinks like that because every time I watch a YouTube video, I don't care about taking notes. That's not my automatic thing. My automatic thing is action. So if someone says to do something, I don't write it down and put it like on the side of my desk on a post-it note and stick it on my computer. I'm like, how can I do it now? I'm gonna stand up and go do it. That's me. So that's how I know that that is my ultimate subconscious belief. And so it wouldn't make sense for me to like go write notes on something all day long, knowing my subconscious mind doesn't care about that. That's not my actual programming. But yeah, like same thing that, but with everything is that if you want it, it'll work. If you want it, it will work. If you want it, it will work. And that is the reprogramming journey, how it looks. I gave you a lot of myths, mistakes, mind hacks for